Hi folks, here's a little video. I just done a repair on a pair of Bose QC20i noise cancelling in-ear headphones, and I mean, if they're cheap set of headphones, to be honest with you, it's probably not worth repairing them, but these things are not cheap. They're about £200 or I don't know, 200 and something dollars, so it's probably worth repairing them. Now on this particular case, what happened was if I just show you what these headphones are like, just so if you're not aware of them, what they are is they've got a pair of in-ear buds, and then there's a little there's a cable with this has got your pause and up and down volume and probably other things, but that's all I use it for. And there's also a battery pack in here. That's because it's noise cancelling, so it has to have some means of active noise cancelling, so it has to have some means of being able to provide that. So in here is a battery pack. I haven't actually taken this apart yet, but I haven't had any need. So there's a little switch here. The great thing about these Bose units is that when the battery runs down, the battery lasts quite a long time. I've actually never actually timed it, but I go on quite a few long haul flights and it's never run out on any of my long haul flights. But if it does run out, you can just switch off the noise cancelling. It operates as a normal set of headphones, so that's pretty neat. It's also got a little micro USB power thing to charge it up. It takes an hour or so to charge it up, so that's good. Anyway, what happened was that the connector, I was on a flight yesterday and I was in the seat and I managed to yank this, and you might be able to see this if I zoom in. Here we go. You can see it's a bit bent, and hopefully you can see that. And it doesn't work properly, and in fact I could sort of wiggle it about and it kind of worked, but it wasn't convenient, and it certainly wasn't reliable. In fact, in the end, this ring here, you see it's got 4 connections on it. This ring here, actually, I discovered wasn't even connecting. Now the problem is when it's used to go on the end here. I'll show you what I've got another one here. This is what they normally look like. This is another one that's broken, but for a different reason. I managed to wheel over one of the buds in a chair that was on casters, and anyway, noise cancelling doesn't work anymore, strangely enough. Anyway, so this one, I thought, I'll just chop off the lead here, and we'll have a look, see what the pinout is. Anyway, unfortunately, when I chopped it off, I was greeted with a whole load of enamelled wires, and it wasn't just 4 connections. There were actually several of them. So what I did do is I managed to sort of spread them all out here, and all I did is I tinned the end of each one. Now what you need to tin the end of these are enamel copper wire, all of them, apart from one white one, which is actually I guess PVC covered or whatever. Anyway, equally, all of them, what I did, I just tinned the end of them, so I think there's about 8 connections there in total, and I managed to sort of buzz them out. Now 3 of them go to this, let me get a, sorry, 3 of the 8 connections here go to, sorry, it probably wasn't in shot, was it? Go to this connection just here, which is the ground. This is the microphone and control for things like your up and down connections and all the up and down volume. This one here I think is the right, and this one is the left headphone. So what I did is try to buzz it out. Now I could buzz out what was going on the microphone. That's actually the white connection here, which is actually shrouded by a green enamelled wire. So I had to take it's like almost coax as well. So I had to remove it from the middle of the sort of green stranded sheath and separately tin it. And I realised that because when I tinned the green one, I found that it was actually, as well as going to the ground connection, which is just here, it was also coming to here. So I realised that probably wasn't quite right, and I discovered that in the middle of it there was this coax microphone connector. And anyway, I managed to buzz out this end one. So I managed to buzz out this one, the microphone, the ground connection. The ground connection actually goes to 3 places. It goes to 2 gold connections as well as the green one that I mentioned earlier on, which is just here. Couldn't find anything connected to this, and I think that's probably why I couldn't hear anything from, I guess it was the right channel. I can't remember which one was left or right here, but anyway, one of the channels I couldn't get anything out of. But this one goes to the blue, so there's actually, I'll just zoom out and I'll show you my pinouts that I got from here. So here's the connector, and these are the connections that I find. So at the tip I got 2 blue, here's 2 red, and here there's a green sheath around the white microphone connector, and then there's 2 gold. So there's 3 connections you have to make to this one, and then this one is just the white. And the way I did it was I picked up a cheap 4 pole 3.5mm jack from one of the suppliers, and did it up. Now the problem is that this is not perfect, and I'm going to have to do a little bit of work on this, and if I zoom in a little bit you'll see it's not the best, but anyway, needs must, and it does work. And so those are your pinouts. So I will probably have to do some work about, you know, it's going to be a little bit loose in there, so I'm probably going to squirt some of the gunky glue down there, hot glue down there, just to sort of keep it in, and hopefully it'll maintain connection. But anyway, thanks for watching. That's how I fix that. Cheers now.